And we should be live. I'm just gonna keep watching this thing real quick. What is going on, everybody? If you can hear us and see us, let us know in the chat. Probably got a little bit of a delay going on here.
Yeah, I'm just watching right now to see if we go.
Uh,
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're up.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we're up.
I'm still waiting to see that we're up. I'm showing that.
Yeah, it just came up for me. We are live.
The stream status.
Alive.
Let us know in the chat. That's weird. Can you on your playback? Let me see. I'm gonna refresh this because for whatever reason I'm still seeing like a black screen. I got a little bit of a delay going.
Yep. Yeah, we're good. We've got audio.
We're golden. We got audio.
We are golden. You are live, he said. You are live here and see.
Here and see. Okay, so something's funky on my end because I'm only seeing a black screen. But if everybody can see us and everything, then
can you see chat, Matt?
Yeah, I can see chat.
Then you don't need to see us. You look beautiful.
Wow, I appreciate the hell out of that.
When was the last time that somebody legitimately told you, Matt, that you looked beautiful?
I don't know, dude. Long time. It's probably my grandmom.
Well, allow me, after your great-grandmom, to tell you that you are beautiful.
Wow. I'm flattered. I'm turning red right now.
Absolutely. I can see it.
Red. All right.
That shade of rose is nice on you, Matt.
You like that? Like that? That's the alcohol. Anyway.
What a great way to start a show. What's up, everybody?
How's it going? Thanks for joining us for another, I don't really call these episodes, but another Saturday.
Another Saturday.
Matt's a bit quiet. Let me check here. It sounds.
Or am I just obnoxiously loud?
Just obnoxiously loud. How about that? I can do some other tweakings here. I can go like this. Probably sound a little louder now.
Yeah, you sound much louder to me.
Okay. Probably right around there. I hope I sound good. You're so beautiful, Matt. Oh, thank you.
Everybody just take a minute and let Matt know how beautiful he is.
It's the baby face, you know? Yeah,
Seriously, I'm jealous because Matt's going to be like 40 and still getting ID'd.
Yeah.
And just still look like that. And that's fucked up, man. Here I am not even 30 and I look like I'm just crawled out of a natural disaster.
That's all right. You're looking like you crawled out of a cave. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, dude, it's fine. You're just jealous.
So welcome back.
Just jealous.
Not another episode, but another Saturday in the clouds live. I cannot see our playback, but I guess if we're good, we're good. It's looking.
It looks good, man. It looks good.
It's looking funky for me, but that's okay. I was trying something else here. Yeah, dude, that is so weird for me. All I'm seeing is black screen. I just loaded something else on another.
Looks good to me.
All right, well, screw it. Fuck my computer. That's how it wants to be. Okay, so cool. Yeah, so welcome back. Another Saturday in the Clouds Live. Myself, I'm Mr. Logan Exhales, dirty hat. Jesus, I don't know what's going on here. What a crazy day. What a last minute scramble all together. But we're alive. We're here. And if we're looking good, feeling good, then we'll get right to it. Let's start out with the normal. Oh, can I hear that? I'm waiting for it. Drum roll. That right there. That's bubbly. Huh. All right, so I guess we'll jump right into the...
No sponsorship, but it is
no sponsorship.
Raspberry Bubbly.
Raspberry Bubbly.
Not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored. Such a stud. Thank you. Hey, gorgeous. Wow. The chat is fucking spicy tonight, man. That's hot.
I'm telling you, it's all for you, brother. It's all for you.
Actually hot. So, what do you... Well, you already told us what you're drinking. So what are you vaping on? You got a big...
I have a plethora of lemonades.
Disrespectful to enter. Clean your hat. I try and clean my hat. I just, sometimes... I wear this hat so much, dude, that I just...
Mike Turk would be so upset with you.
Oh, come on. If I turn this light off, you can't even tell. There you go. You can't even tell it's dirty now. What are you vaping on?
I've got the OG Aegis, the Berserker 1.5 sitting on top of there.
Nice.
And in that, I've got some Dude. This is a 18 milligram blue raspberry lemonade. Thank you, Sean Typhon, for sending that over to me. That's fantastic liquid.
What are you rocking that at? Like 10 watts, 12 watts? Less than that?
I believe.
12. Nice.
12.
Sounds like a nice little mouth alone setup.
0.72.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Tesla Invader 3.
Nice.
Sitting with that
Blacked out.
Dead Rabbit SQ on top. This thing is a beast. It's just my go-to, like, beat the shit. You can't destroy, like, you can't kill this mod.
Look at that blacked out setup, huh?
Just murder it out. Variable voltage. We've got some black raspberry lemonade from Vaptasia in there.
Ooh, how is that?
Not bad. It's not bad. It's not the best.
Not the best, but not bad.
Got my Davpo MVV limited edition Samurai.
Because
The
samurais
Goon.
are awesome.
Goon 1.5 on top, some more variable voltage because I fucking can. Because I'd rather have voltage than wattage, to be honest with you.
Hey, fuck it.
And then some of my own Blue Raz lemonade.
Blue Raz. Oh.
Blue Raz lemonade.
I didn't know it was a Blue Raz. I thought it was just a Logan.
It's becoming it's gone
Raz.
through a number of things,
Nice.
man.
What rendition are we on?
Of the Blue Raz?
Yeah, the Blue Raz.
This is the third Blue Raz rendition.
Did you give up on the lemonade and just fucking transition?
Oh, it's a
into
Blue
the-
Raz lemonade.
Oh, it's
a Blue
always
Raz.
Okay.
Yep, it's still a lemonade. Yep.
Nice.
And that's just fantastic. What about you, sir? What has been
Well,
satisfying your?
It's been a crazy day. It's been a crazy week. I don't know if you can tell it in my voice, but I got a bit of a cold going on, so I've kind of just been using a couple devices here. I'm rocking the Blotto on that Arcless Ambitions Vapor and Mech Life, and on the inside of that, I'm rocking that Mango Ice, that Pachamama, you know, that sub-ohm salts, whatever you want to call that there.
Pacamama.
Pachamama, and then of course Dead Goat on that top side single, and I'm rocking. It's getting low. The last of that Big Berry Charlie's Chalk Dust there. Trying
Dude,
to
I
finish
love that
off.
liquid. I'm gonna go get some soon.
Yeah, I pretty much killed that Fuji apple by Charlie's. I got that going over there in the Vapor Gen. You can kind of see it in the corner there. I haven't really touched that. I've just kind of.
Is Matt? Is that your build desk? Is that your build station?
Yeah, it's kind of like my build station. Sorry for the showcase of tires going on. Apartment life, you know.
Yeah.
Hashtag
I know all
no
about it,
garage. But yeah, it's kind of like my little build station. Another little vape mat going on and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Hashtag kitchen in the bathroom.
Kitchen in the bathroom. Hey, you know.
That's apartment life.
I
right
do.
there.
I do my laundry in the kitchen, don't you?
Yeah.
So-
Actually, I do. My laundry room is actually attached to my kitchen.
Hey, whatever works.
So,
You know?
I guess technically.
Load your dishwasher and your dryer at the same time. Fuck it.
Yeah, I've made the mistake of loading my
Your
loading my dishwasher with my clothes.
Put your boxers in your dishwasher.
My girlfriend's like, Logan, what the fuck are you doing?
Hey, those don't go there.
Yeah.
And I'm drinking some water.
Just hey, I kind of am as well. I mean,
Hashtag hydration, bro.
You got to.
That's just, you gotta stay hydrated.
Like flavored sparkling water has been my favorite way to consume water lately.
Yeah. I mean, hey, all the power to you. Something about carbonated. I don't know if it's like acid reflux or something, but every time I start drinking soda or drink too much soda, stuff starts coming right back up, you know?
That's not good.
No,
That's not good.
I
We wouldn't
don't
want that on the show.
No, we wouldn't want that, so I'm sticking to some
Maybe
water.
some people would. I don't know.
Yeah,
People are weird.
So, that's what we're drinking. That's what we're vaping. Let's talk about our weeks. Logan, how was your week? How's it going?
I had one of those weeks that was just like, you ever make it to Thursday and you're just like, holy shit, it's already Thursday?
Yeah.
I had one of those kind of weeks.
Yeah, it just flew right by.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great opportunity this week to sit down and talk to Alex Clark. That was basically the highlight of my week. If people don't know, Alex Clark is the CEO of CASA.
Great guy, awesome guy for sure.
Fantastic guy. And this was my first time being able to really sit down and chat with Alex. You know, I've interacted with him on Twitter. I've interacted with him through DMs.
Yeah.
But I've never been able to like sit down and actually talk to the guy, and it was just such an honor.
Now you're talking like audio, like are we talking about a special guest?
Yeah, we actually I posted the podcast today.
Oh man, I didn't see it. I'll have to check that out.
Yep. So go, if anybody out there listens to the Rise and Vape podcast, I've started a new interview series.
Hell yeah.
I have a number of people lined up to do podcasts with, so I'm really excited for that. I'm hoping to get one out a week. We ended up getting 2 out this week. I also did an interview with Michelle Minton, which was also absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, go check those out.
I want to check it out.
SoundCloud.com/Rise and Vape. We're also on iTunes. Just search Rise and Vape.
And what'd you call it? And I should just check it out.
I've called it Rise and Chat.
Rise and Chat, nice. I like it.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna have like dates posted to it because
Yeah.
I wanted them to be kind of something separate, separate from the weekly shows.
Yep.
And I think through SoundCloud I can create playlists essentially. I think I might do something like that on the channel.
Okay.
So if people want to, follow the weekly stuff and
Yeah.
all the weird, crazy topics and shit we get into, or if people strictly want to listen to experts and things like that I have an opportunity to talk to, then those will be available there too.
You know what, Jay? I've been drinking beer every week. Logan's on an alcohol kickback right now. He's been drinking bubbly for the last few weeks. So
I made
a
a couple of screwdrivers the other night.
Oh,
They
did
were
you?
Pretty good. Yeah. I just haven't been consuming a lot of alcohol. That's
Stay tuned, James. I'm going to be making some bourbon mules, some Kentucky mules, whatever the hell you want to call them later on. I'll post that up in our herbs and brews.
Herbs and drinks. Herbs and brews. Ooh, maybe I'll change it. I like that.
Herbs and drinks, brews, whatever you want to call it. I'll be posting those up later. I'll be doing ginger beer, either Tito's vodka or Jim Beam bourbon, and some mint and a little bit of lime. That's my rendition of a bourbon.
That's a mule.
That's a mule right there. Android Life, yeah, Android Life. Well, I was on the Android Life for a while. No disrespect. I'm an iPhone guy.
I'm on that Android Life all the time.
I can say I've gone back and forth, and I have respect for both. I'll just leave it at that. But I'm not Mac Life, iPhone. I was
just having
Apple
a conversation with Jason, and he is very strictly Apple products only.
That's pretty crazy. And Apple products get very pricey too. You want to start talking about like a Mac desktop or whatever they call them. What do they call them? Like iBook or iMac Pros or whatever the hell they are. It can get very expensive. But yeah. So as far as my week, shit, I didn't work today. First Saturday off I've had all month. Great. I got to do.
Nice.
I got up, did a little bit of running around with the girlfriend there. Took her car to my buddy's garage. My best friend of all my life is a mechanic at a garage that's not too far away from me. So I bring all my cars there to get work done, and we checked out her car because I was feeling a little something in the front end. Found out that it's the passenger side upper control arm on her 2011 Honda Accord. So we'll get that done before the snow starts to fly. Do front pads, rear rotors and pads, and she'll be good to go. So did that, and then we ran out and got some ginger beer. That's why I was practically scrambling at the last minute, but we're here.
Matt is forever scrambling at the last minute to make it to this show.
And
he's very efficient at it.
I had to even download a driver real quick. So
this is why we don't run the podcast through, or the show through me, because my computer downloading a driver would have been like 2 more hours until we went live. This is exactly why you host this entire thing.
Scrambled and got the download done in like 5 minutes. Hey, that's all right,
I would have been like,
So the show's postponed 2 hours.
2 hours.
I'm hand cranking my download right now. I'm hand cranking.
You get like a 2-hour delay in school because of snow or some shit like that.
Yeah,
That's
technical
exactly
difficulties.
Yeah, it's just a 2-hour delay.
My gerbils aren't running fast enough. So that's
considering I completely run and operate on wind turbines.
Oh, so wind turbines. Is it windy right now?
When the wind isn't blowing, it all goes down.
You're so screwed. You're sitting there.
Yeah. So I never invested in gerbils or gerbil wheels, but my kids have life-size wheels that they run in.
There you go.
Similar to gerbils wheels.
Put them to work. They gotta pay for
right, exactly.
They gotta pay for the Lunchables some way.
No, for real. I don't power my house on child power. I just want people to know that. People are like, man. What the fuck, Logan? Come on,
funny.
Man.
Kind of brings me into like the
outlawed child labor years ago.
It kind of brings me into like Halloween, talking about like Monsters Inc., the Scream versus the Laugh.
Oh,
it's kind of,
yeah.
Child
it's been a long
child
time.
power. We're talking about child power.
Yeah.
His house runs off of screams.
I mean, that's child power. The screams of children.
The screams of children. That's what Logan's house runs on. In case you're wondering.
Yeah, it runs on tears. My house runs on tears.
Yeah. Hey, it's all right staying away from alcohol for a little while.
I just haven't really been in a big drinking mood. And I'm not like, I was a heavy drinker years and years ago. Mm-hmm. I I would get like 30 packs of Milwaukee's Best Ice,
So
which
you were
is
a big
just
beer drinker, not like
no.
liquor.
I was
Everything.
borderline alcoholic for a little
Okay.
while. Just
Yeah.
life was stressful, and I just turned to the drink for a while. For about a year out of my life, I just drank a ridiculous amount of alcohol, and it didn't help me. It didn't help my situation at all, which
Yeah.
it never does. But I would just drink like half or more of a 30 pack of Milwaukee's Best every night. Like, and those are some hefty beers. Those will fuck you up every night.
Yeah.
And eventually I stopped drinking. I went completely sober for about a year and a half, and really kind of reconnected with sobriety and things like that after that. And it wasn't forced. I didn't go through any kind of rehab or anything like that. It was just by choice. I recognized that I was drinking way too much.
Huge
And
shout
then,
out to everybody in the chat, but I want to point out Shane Oakley. Hello, Shane. I feel like
hey
it's been
Shane, what's going on?
forever. Shane,
Yeah,
Shane, I feel
Oakley in
like
the house.
it's. I feel like it's been forever. Big hello, how you doing? That sort of thing. But yeah, Logan, go on.
Yeah. So, and then I kind of just recognized that I was drinking too much. So I cut alcohol out completely for about a year and a half, and then I found after that. So this is really when I was about like right when I turned 21. And then so by the time I got to be about 20, 22, turning 23, I just, I told myself like it's okay to have a drink, but like go for quality. Like if you're going to drink, Logan, drink something worthwhile and drink something you're going to enjoy, and don't just drink to get drunk. Which I do drink to get drunk on occasion. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm an adult, I can do that. But now going through all of that, I have a much deeper respect for like really quality craft beers and stuff like that. So I've gotten to the point now where like a 6-pack will last me a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. Sometimes, so I'm on second shift right now, which if you're familiar with like a second shift, my second shift is 2 to 10:30 Monday through Friday. But for a while I was bouncing between a few shifts between when I was seasonal and when I first got hired. And I used to be on first shift, which is 6 to 2:30 at my place Monday through Friday. And like I said, my buddy has a garage, so 2:30 I would leave. I'd jet right down near his garage. There's a liquor store. The woman who owned the store knew me because me, my buddy, and a guy who worked right next door owned a body shop, and he would always give me money, and I'd go pick up a 35 pack of Coors, the original Coors, the yellow can. That was our joke, like the big yellow can, and every day it was Monday through Friday, 35 pack. 3 o'clock I'd be there. By the time I got home around 6:37, I'd be fucking plastered, and that went on for like a few months, and then my girlfriend was like, "Listen, it's a bit much. You're doing shit every day.
Yeah,
it's not only is it going to cost you, but you're driving like that and that sort of thing." So I started to lay back, and I pretty much now I'm at like where you said like a 12-pack will last me like a week and a half or whatever. I'm just into like ciders, some crafts. I'm starting to get into IPAs and double IPAs and stuff like that, and more of just like enjoying rather than just let's get shitty.
I went through a period of time where I got really into stouts and porters, and I think I might go back to that because I fell off that once I really got into enjoying IPAs and getting past just like really astringent, hoppy, sour IPAs.
Yeah.
And getting into like really good IPAs and kind of understanding the differences in hops and stuff like that.
I don't.
But
think
I haven't gone back
to
porters and stouts in a long time.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I don't think I've had any porters. I think I've had a few stouts, but I don't have any. I haven't had any porters.
Yeah, I love good porters and good stouts. Like a really nice chocolate stout is just phenomenal.
I need flavors.
Yeah.
Jay, I need flavors. But yeah, so good beer and good food, man. That's life right there. Good beer and good food.
Absolutely, and a great vape.
And a great vape. Yeah, don't forget the great vape. Speaking of great vapes, since we were talking a little bit earlier about your lemonade, I think I've been talking in the Discord a little bit. I mentioned it on Twitter. I so want to get into DIY, and I think either tomorrow or maybe next weekend I'm gonna order the kit. I'm gonna order myself a scale, maybe some nicotine separate. I've been watching a lot of Wayne Walker, DIY or Die.
DIY or Die.
I've been watching
Wayne
a lot of him.
Just a vast wealth of DIY knowledge.
I got home late. Well, I mean, I get home kind of late on Fridays. I got home late last night, and every Friday he does a live show in the mix. They mix live, and I watched that with what's his name, Matt from Charlie Noble. So that was pretty cool watching them mix and just shoot the shit about goings on, advocacy and news, of course. And then they did a couple mixes, and it's just awesome. And mixing by weight, I have a big interest in mixing by weight. I feel like that's a very common thing. It
Well,
seems very
it can
easy.
save you a lot too because you can mix right in the bottle.
Yeah, which is cool. So I definitely want to
Yeah.
get into it.
Which I mean, I mix right in the bottle anyway.
Yeah.
I just do it by the mills.
Yeah, and I mean, if it works like that, or if you have a, what the hell is that? The hell is that
I use a
called?
syringe.
Yeah, a syringe. Yeah, a syringe. Or
Yeah, I just
yeah,
you know,
yeah, and
easy enough. The DIY kit that you're gonna get from Liquid Barn comes with
syringes.
1 mil syringes and 10 mil syringes.
Okay.
So if you have stuff where you're only adding like 1 mil of this or 2 mils of it, you can use the smaller one. Or if you're adding like when you get to like your VG and you're adding like 20 mils or 40 mils of VG to something,
Yeah.
you go with that, and that makes it super easy. That's all I've been doing.
Yeah, and like I said, I've been watching a lot of his videos, and the recipes that are on ELR, eliquidrecipes.com, like there's just so many recipes, and you can just click like the highly rated ones, and then you could mix with the flavors that the flavors that they have on the recipe, or if you have your own flavors, you can make your own kind of like rendition or just tweak things accordingly to how you want it. You take your own spin on it, and it's very interesting. There's a tab that you just click it and you're like adapt, and you can adjust if you want a 30 ml bottle or a 60 ml,
Mhm.
and if you want 3 milligrams, 6 milligrams. So it's like I mentioned on Twitter. It's like it's a whole different world over there, huh? And it's
Oh yeah.
and I mean we've been having some small wins here and there, but it's like it makes only more and more sense to get into
Now here's the
DIY.
issue though, and I can't remember the HB number, but there is a bill that's going through, and it actually just passed the very first house on its way. So, through the legislative process, it passed which is a huge tax on nicotine. Huge tax on nicotine, and it's by milligram per milliliter. So it doesn't affect real heavily, like pre-made 3 milligram liquid, but it will heavily affect the bottles of nicotine concentrate that you buy to DIY. And so if this bill goes through, you're looking at spending like $1,000 on a bottle of nicotine.
Sounds like I need to buy a bunch of bottles and throw a few of them in the freezer.
Yeah, I have 3 more bottles sitting in the freezer right now.
Yeah, it sounds like I need to buy some 500 ml, whatever the bigger
That's what I
size
bought,
is,
the 10% 500 mLs, and I ordered 4 of them right off the bat
oh yeah, it sounds like
to
that's what I
start
would
with,
do.
and I'm barely getting into the first one, so
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I'll have
They're
some
not too
nicotine for some
pricey,
time.
and it'll last you a while.
yeah, it'll
So it's
absolutely
like-
last you a while. So
But yeah, I'm very
because PG, VG, and flavorings are going to be affordable for forever.
yeah.
And another thing that I've mentioned to people is too, if you're worried about that as well, consider looking into. I've been using this stuff called Zyn, which is essentially it's like a tobacco-free nicotine pouch. So think of kind of like snus, but instead of tobacco, they use some fillers and some sweeteners and stuff in there. They're very thin, and it's a pouch that you put between your gums and your lip. And I've been using them for a little while for situations where I can't vape for long periods of time, especially while I'm at certain jobs, working on certain sites and things like that. And they work great, but they also make an unflavored kind.
I see.
So if you're okay with something like that, where you can get like a 3 or 6 milligram, I've been using the 6 milligram ones, and they're actually, I wouldn't tell people that they satisfy me, but I'm content with it, knowing that it's going to be for only X number of hours. I can use that and then get back to vaping as well. But if you're able to get your nicotine through an outside source like that, which is also a great way to do it as far as harm reduction is concerned, and then making your own nicotine-free liquids to satisfy your olfactory, your hand to mouth, your oral fixation, the visual stimulus, all the other components to vaping and whatnot. If you could kind of use both, I think that would be another way to go come the future if something like that were to happen. Being able to get your nicotine still while still having your liquids and able to satisfy yourself, all those other ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Angela Garrity. Hello, Angela Garrity.
Thank you, Angela.
HR 4742. Yeah, I think I've heard of that one. I didn't realize.
It's a huge tax, and it went through the first gate, like the first House committee, and then it has to go through obviously more and more and more. You know, there's a whole chain of events that bills have to go through.
Yeah.
But I think it was voted like 25-14 or something, and it went through.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, I really feel like we're going to see them attacking every aspect, even when it comes to DIY. So I guess it's almost time to stock up if you can and kind of hope for the best regarding this bill.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you DIY. I mean, if you DIY regularly, you probably already have a whole wealth of nicotine liquid. Yeah. But if you're just getting into it now, maybe put some extra money into investing in it now while it's affordable. I mean, we'll see. There's so many things that can happen to a bill,
of course,
along the way too. You know what I mean? There's so many things that can happen to a bill along the way.
Oh yeah.
You know, if the bill is really intended to hit like high nicotine strength things like Juul aren't going to be heavily affected by it, just because of the 0.07 mils in a Juul pod. Like, you buy a pack of Juul pods, you're only buying 2.8 mils of liquid. So when they do it by milligram per milliliter and the total amounts, like once you break it down, Juuls and those high concentrated like pre-filled pods are not nearly as effective, aren't as affected as heavily as like DIY liquid.
Yeah. Yeah. So DIY, yeah, I want to get into it. I'm very excited.
It's a lot of fun, man. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a really interesting kind of journey for me to get into mixing my own e-liquid and kind of just understand it a little bit further. You know?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it just seems like I just started to dive in.
Exactly.
Yeah, Angela, what Angela said. Yeah, I just saw that 50-33 per 18-10 milligram. Wow. Yeah, they're going after it hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems very interesting. I'm very interested in trying to get into that. It seems
it's real
more
cool,
of a,
man.
way more
and
of
if you're learning from somebody
factor.
like Wayne on DIY or die, like you'll be able to just start replicating stuff. Right out of the gate, and then from there you'll learn how to tweak things and how flavor notes work with each other, and what steeping does for you as far as time, and how flavors kind of homogenize together.
Yeah, and
it's been a lot of fun for me, man. I've had a blast DIYing. I just wish I had more time to commit to it.
Yeah, because it takes time and little tweaks here and there, and steeping, like you said. A lot of videos that I've watched, a lot of the flavors and mixes that he's done are a lot of just like, mix and shake and vape, that sort of thing. But I know certain things, flavors
Thank
and
you,
such
Shane.
require.
Thank you, Shane. Yeah, I was really excited that my computer would actually handle doing a Zoom room, as long as I have literally nothing going on and I keep on. I have this little program that helps me kind of like calm down a bunch of background stuff from my CPU to kind of open up space.
Yeah.
And so like I can watch it, sitting here watching it right now. It ticks percentages up and down to tell me, you know what I mean, how much CPU usage I'm using and stuff like that. And every now and again it'll start to kind of peak, it'll kind of build stuff up, and then I can click it and clear it out. And that's the only way that I'm able to keep doing this, is by kind of cooling my computer back down, just because the phone that I have now just doesn't have as good a quality, and I think this works out well.
Oh, Jay's hurting for a new RDA. Huh? I gotta get Jay an RDA. I gotta get him one. What do I got? What do I got? I don't have anything in packaging. I can wrap something up for you.
Jay, I have a really old, unsafe to put on a Mac Kennedy clone that you can have.
That sounds great. That's exactly what he's looking for. Something that's, Oh, Jay.
Yeah, you can have that. I'll send that your way.
Oh, Jay, what should I do for you, buddy? I got a vape box coming soon, and we'll see.
Are we gonna get a video for this vape box?
Oh, I know, dude. I know. I felt so bad about not doing a video. I just kind of.
Come on,
Matt. I know. I'm slacking hard.
Slacking, bro.
Can hardly get to my own show on time. No product reviews. This guy
what
fell right off the edge. Guys? What the hell happened?
Unsubscribe. Everybody unsubscribe.
Everybody unsubscribe. Just get rid. Ugh, man. That guy Matt. That guy Matt. Fell right off a cliff. God damn it. Yeah.
No, please don't jump off a cliff. You're too beautiful for that.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, there'll definitely be a video for the next vape box. It's probably going to be probably a week or a week and a half before I get that. But yeah, there'll definitely be a vape box video for my next vape box. Hope we get some cool stuff in there. I just didn't feel like doing one for this month, and
Hey, man.
you know, it happens. Whatever. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
it
throw
happens.
excuses. I just didn't do it. I could have done it. All the good old camera gear is sitting right there on a shelf, just hanging out, not getting
Hanging
any
out,
use.
just chilling.
Yeah, next month there'll definitely be one. Hopefully we get some cool liquids, and then probably after that month I'm gonna taper off, and I'm just gonna go into DIY. Maybe I'll start doing some in the mix videos, or some, you know, Thursday let's mix a flavor videos or something like that. I don't know. We'll see what we get into. I never know what the future holds.
Yeah.
I mean, if I take the money that I spend on vape box
There's
every month and
there's also
translate it, you
some
know?
discussion of you possibly doing something else soon as well.
Hey, you never know. That's the great thing. You never know what's gonna come up and just take
Yeah.
over. You know what I mean? I'm interested in that. You got me on my edge of my seat here. I'm about to fall off.
Yeah, me and Jason were having some really good conversation about it earlier. So
You need an Ohana. I don't know what an Ohana is. I'm sorry.
that's the new one, the new Ohana RDA.
Oh,
I hear it's
it's an
fantastic.
RDA. Who is it? Who
Yeah.
makes it?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, Shane, let me know in the chat. Thanks. You're no help at all. Hey, Shane, you want to let me know who makes that RDA in the chat when you get a minute? I should just open a tab and look it up on Google, but I'm
I
just,
know it's an RDA.
Yeah.
I know that.
It sounds pretty cool. Is it a dual coil? I don't really want to look it up. I'm gonna keep my hands right here. I'm not gonna type and clack and all that good stuff. Yeah, but I'm just reading back in the chat here. As far as that bill that we were talking about a few minutes ago, that's pretty scary. I hate to see that go through. Yeah, I got mine yesterday, and it's a fabulous vape. I need a fabulous vape in my life. I'm kind of sitting around with some stuff I've had for a while. I need something new. You know, I need a little something.
Honestly, man, it's crazy as it sounds. This is my favorite vape, and it's gonna be my favorite vape, and I'll live forever in 2017, and that's fine.
Dude, that is
But-
a tall drip tip. That looks
I know.
tall, man.
Look at
Is
that.
is that an 810?
Yeah.
No shit. That thing is sitting tall. Still got that yacht vape, that mesh lock RDA. I mean, that's still going. It's all right for a mesh. I mean,
I like to get the
like it.
whole lip on the tip now.
the whole lip on the. You like to, yeah, like.
I
Have it-
like to get the whole lip
I
on
don't
the
even,
tip.
I don't even have drip tips that are that big. You want something that really sits in your teeth. Huh? You don't really want to bite it and give it a good.
Yeah, I
good-
want it to. Never mind.
All right, let's not go there.
I was gonna say tickle the uvula, but
We're drinking. What
It's
are
a
we?
little bit
What are we
too-
drinking? What
It's
the
a
hell?
little-
What the hell are you
it's a
talking
little
about?
it's spiked sparkling water.
Owl Vape makes it, designed by Heavy Metal Vapor and Johnny Drips. Really? RangerVapes.com has by Heavy Metal Vapor. Wow.
Ooh.
I'll have to check that out. What?
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. Who is he? I'll have to check that out. That sounds interesting. I'll check it out and see if it's a dual coil RDA or single or mesh or whatever it is. But I'll check
Matt's
it out.
gonna message me 5 minutes after the show ends. So I bought the Ohana.
So I bought the Ohana. You know, speaking of RDAs that I kind of want to buy, I'm not big into single coil RDAs, but I totally want to check out the Barrage RDA by Asmodus and Thesis. I want to check that out for a single coil. Excuse me.
Yeah. Thesis is dope, dude.
Yeah, he's
I
an
love
awesome
Thesis.
guy. And I've
I
chatted
haven't watched
with
his
him a
stuff in
little
a
bit.
long time, but I used to tune into him and Mandy when they do their live streams together.
Yeah.
A ton of fun. Great
Yeah.
dude.
I checked out his channel. I watched a few videos, and then I messaged him, and I was like, "Dude, I love your studio setup." And I was just kind of like, throwing a DM in the dark. I didn't expect to get any kind of an answer or anything like that. And he messaged me back, and I forget exactly what he said, but it was something like, "Yeah, if you ever decide that you want a studio or you're gonna set up a studio, let me know, and I'll try and help you, whatever way I can." And I was like, "Wow." Because, I don't know if you've seen any of his videos, but his studio is
absolutely.
His
Yeah, his studio's dope.
awesome. It is awesome. But yeah, so I guess we can jump into a little news and advocacy. What we got going on this week. I'll drop the first link in the chat. Let's see here. Did you get a chance to check out these links this week? I know I always send them on like Fridays, and then I'm like, "Hey, you get a chance to check out these links?"
Yeah, I perused them.
think it's stuff that everybody's seen. So the first link is the, oh God, look at all these ads. Oh God, turn off your ad blocker. Yeah, sure. Give me a second here. I'll turn off my ad blocker. Goddamn people. So basically, the creator of the nicotine patch says that anti-vaping forces are trying to kill the life-saving e-cigarette industry. This came out October 22nd.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone.
Hold the phone. You want to hear that again? Can you
Can
believe
you say
it?
that again?
The creator of the nicotine patch says that anti-vaping forces are trying to kill the life-saving industry.
So you're telling me the guy who dedicated his life and his work to getting people to safely quit smoking by using a harm reduction tool that still contained nicotine, this guy thinks the anti-vaping forces are trying to kill a life-saving e-cig industry?
You got that right on. Your mind is blown. I know you can't believe it. Wow.
That's insane.
So this is it's a pretty lengthy article, but yeah, it just basically goes on. He talks about his research throughout his life with his I want to say his wife. I forget her name here.
I believe it's his wife.
Yeah, it's his wife, and they were talking about how back in the day when they were creating and all that they actually tried some of the e-cigarette that was ahead of its time, as what they called it back in the day. But yeah, crazy. It's just it's interesting to read this whole article. If you have the time, make sure you read this whole article. And it goes on.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. You have a guy who dedicated his life and his time to creating a product that would hopefully help people quit smoking. You know?
Yeah, and he goes on to say about halfway down the article, this is a quote: "E-cigarettes and other replacements that provide smokers with the nicotine in a form that they can enjoy with the habit but without the toxic ingredients in cigarettes have enormous potential for saving millions of lives," which of course is nothing new as far as what a majority of people know. He goes on to say it's
not
really,
according to latest polling data. A majority of Americans do not know that, Matt. Actually, only 30% or so of Americans know that e-cigarettes are safer. That's where we're at right now. We're at about 30% of the population.
I believe it, and the 30%
knowing that e-cigarettes are safer.
Yeah, and it's the percentage that does believe is definitely the community. And
I mean, course, for a mass majority of that, sure. Family members as well, of people in the people who've been vaping for years, their family, their friends, stuff like that. But
yeah,
the average everyday whatever American does not.
So he goes on to say it's really unfortunate that there is an anti-vaping hysteria movement that's sweeping across the U.S. That really is without any rational foundation, but is spreading like wildfire. And I mean, we see it every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the article just goes on to say that that him and his wife, they're frustrated about what they believe is a lack of sustained attention to the roughly 500,000 Americans who are killed every year from smoking-related health issues.
I don't know, Raging Vapor. I don't know as though I would go that route. I don't think that's
nicotine patch.
No. You'd probably end up with some skin irritation and things like that.
On a Band-Aid.
On a Band-Aid.
I don't even why even call it a patch then if it's just a Band-Aid.
It's basically a nicotine Band-Aid.
It's just nicotine Band-Aids. That's pretty interesting. You shouldn't have said that in chat. Your idea is ruined now, buddy. Somebody's gonna take that and make
See, now we're gonna have a whole new black market of nicotine Band-Aid patches. God damn it, Jason.
Yeah.
Legalize the patch. Wait. No, never mind. Sorry, it's already legal.
I think it's interesting how he literally quotes and says that for some or most that the patch might not be enough. I find that I don't want to say I find that interesting. It's just
he's studied. He knows
but
exactly how effective his product is.
And I find that very interesting. That I don't want to say that he's willing to admit, but that he notices that the patch is not enough for everybody, and
yeah, I mean
that sort of thing. It's just So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think on this little article here? What are your thoughts? Your feelings?
I think the guy is a decent human being and a hell of a scientist.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, he's speaking the truth. You know, he understands the effectiveness of his product. He understands the need to get people to smoke, obviously, which is why he set out to do what he did. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a decent enough person and you have a goal of, you have a goal, and if somebody else's product better suits that goal or is more effective than your product, I think decent people, if the end, like if you're truly in it to reduce smoking or cut back smoking or whatever for people, then you would respect a new technology. You would respect the effectiveness of something else. So
I'm sorry, Shane. I appreciate that you're here, but those names are horrendous. Ban- Bando Tyne or Nick Aid.
Nick Aid. That's
I
funny.
love it. He tried. It's okay.
He did put in a good effort.
Don't give Jay any more ideas. It already. I mean, look at what he already said. Talking about nicotine band-aids, and now you're giving him name ideas. Jesus, I'm gonna see this out like in a few months.
Don't give Jason any positive reinforcement. He'll run with it.
So I guess if we're good there, which I know I'm not going to sit here and read the whole article. It's very lengthy. If you want to read it, they go on to talk about different states that how many deaths are in each state and so on and so forth. If you want to read that, that was a good read. Like I said, I don't want to sit here and read the whole thing. So if you're good on that, I guess we'll get into the next article, which is Maryland drafting the flavor ban bill, which came out. This article came out on 10/24 by the amazing Angela Garrity. I don't know if she's still here, if she just popped in real quickly, but yeah, it's a quick article.
Thank you, Angela.
Thank you, Angela, for everything.
Love you, Angela.
I'll admit I didn't get to check out Thursday night. I didn't get to check out the live stream. Sorry, that's what she said. I didn't get to check it out.
I wasn't able to because I was talking to Alex Clark Thursday night.
Well, that's a good excuse or a good reason.
That's why I wasn't there. I'm sorry, Angela. I was having a beautiful conversation with Alex.
So yeah, I dropped that link down in chat. So I'm just going to read it real quickly here. The Baltimore Sun reports that Maryland politician Derek Davis is drafting a bill to ban flavors as a natural extension to his crackdown on vaping products. Davis sponsored the Tobacco 21 law that went into effect for Maryland at the beginning of the month and chairs the House of Delegates Economic Matters Committee. And I quote, "I'm told that it is a harsh taste and it irritates the back of the throat, and if you go with these flavors, it is not as difficult," said Davis. I guess that's his.
So he's just reading
style.
Matt Meyer's talking points.
Yeah.
Is basically.
So I guess he's just
all this guy's been given. That's a shame.
So Governor Larry Hogan's administration is also exploring options it can take as well. The state must ensure whatever actions it takes are legally sound to avoid a court challenge. In just that last sentence, it sounds like they're already expecting a court challenge, and obviously if they fall through.
I would assume at this point, if you just stood up and look around the country,
you're gonna see that
if you're gonna try to pull an executive order and ban flavors, you're gonna be met with
and then
with something.
You got people like Whitmer having raging fits, trying to even go above and beyond.
Dude, she is literally like a 2-year-old
having a
on the floor
tantrum
in a toy store, kicking her heels and
Yeah.
feet and slamming her fists against the ground, having a tantrum.
And it's just, if you don't want to think about public
can
health.
we get Gretchen's parents to please remove her from the store?
Yeah, just take the kid out of the store. Let's go. The adults
take
are here.
the kid out of the store.
Oh.
The adults are here.
The adults are here. Let's get ranty. And as far as Maryland goes, you already did T21, so let's not talk about people's lives who are 18 to 20 that are already maybe addicted to cigarettes, who are trying to transition or who are in the midst of transitioning, and then the T21 law comes out. I know it's the same thing in Massachusetts. T21 has been around in Massachusetts for a little while now. I want to say, I don't know, a year, maybe 2 years. But we're talking about public health here, and then you want to go even further. We're talking about businesses. So if you want to start banning flavors, and we've been talking about this for a long time, it's these public health officials are failing the public. And I realize,
Absolutely.
and this is something that I heard on Wayne's live stream last night, and I'm 50% with it, but I'm also not. And he was talking about how asking consumers to advocate is just it's a bit much at the same time as though it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, yeah, absolutely.
and that's why I'm
mean,
saying I'm 50%, like kind of like I'm half and half with it, because obviously advocating, given the current state, yeah, we can't have enough people advocating. If you,
yeah.
you know, if you
also,
care,
I think at the same time too, it can be so overwhelming for people. You have people who are, you have really big introvert people who are just not people who are vocal about much of anything, that sort of thing.
yeah,
You have people again who maybe not even necessarily like introverts or whatever, but people who just want nothing to do with that side of it for any reason.
Yeah.
Don't want that kind of attention or whatever it might be.
not
And
talking
to
about,
to ask
somebody,
those people like, hey, here, we have this product for you, but we also need you to do X, Y, and Z every day until the end of time. It can be really overwhelming. So I know what he's saying, and
yeah.
I think that's where we need to have just a great appreciation for everybody who does stand up and says something.
I
Because
agree.
there are a lot of
Angel.
people who too. I mean, there are people who are so stricken with anxiety that
They can't do it. They can't even look at it. They can't see it on Twitter. All these people going crazy
and-
without them their own bodies going crazy or whatever. Sometimes I get on Twitter and I'm not even like, I get on Twitter and like I try and retweet good things, and maybe I'll try and say something now and then. But like, dude, some days I go on Twitter on like a break at work, and maybe it's like a stressful day at work, and dude, my heart will just start racing. I'm like, Jesus, like all this like negativity, like I just can't do it, and I have to close the app. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, some days it's just like,
I think I've become
can't do
numb
it.
to a lot of that.
Which it's understandable, but
I think the people that we really need to blame, we can't put any blame on the consumer. That's just unfair.
No, and
it's just not right.
And the roundabout that I was trying to get at is, this is public health officials.
Yeah, this is
failing
Dr.
the
Redfield
public.
at the CDC.
You're failing
that has
the public.
dragged his heels. You know, absolutely. Again, Dr. Redfield at the CDC has just been dragging his heels, conflating information, and misinforming the public about e-cigarettes and the dangers of vaping. And people are either going back to smoking or they're not informed. They weren't informed for the longest time about the THC cartridges. So the people that were being affected were the ones that weren't being informed. And it's just been this campaign of misinformation. I mean, we've been dealing with campaigns of misinformation for the longest time, since vaping began. But when it comes to the CDC and our public health officials, Secretary Alex Azar from Health and Human Services, who I think is just one of the most despicable little people on the planet. These people are legitimately failing the public.
Yeah.
And
don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to discourage any kind of advocating as far as harm reduction goes, no matter what. I'm just trying to point out that, not everybody has some kind of a stake in a company, or not everybody owns a vape shop, and so on and so forth. And some people just want to quit without, like, okay, well, now here we go. Look at all this baggage. I got to go on Twitter every day and advocate so I don't get this taken away. Like, I'm just trying to circle about, we need all the people.
Absolutely, we should still be
advocating,
encouraging people. I think we just need to do it the right way. We need to encourage people to join in those conversations, but not make it feel like we're putting the weight of the world on each individual.
And it's just,
I think that we can meet in that ground somewhere and just saying like, hey, this is something that a lot of us have chosen to do, to just kind of pick up this mantle. And if you're interested in kind of joining us and advocating for these products that help you quit, then I'd more than happy to kind of help you and get you in the right direction to do that. And if you don't want to do that, that's okay too. I think that's kind of the best approach, is to encourage, but ultimately not put that baggage just directly on people. Like, some people are just so grateful that they finally quit smoking. Yeah. And then when we put this extra baggage on them, it's just like, yeah, here, cool, you had your victory, but now we need you to do X, Y, and Z, and it can just be a lot for people.
Yeah. I mean, if you can advocate, and if you're more than willing, then yeah, all the power to you. But if not, it's just public health officials have failed, and if it takes until 2030 for the U.S. to be like, holy crap, the U.K. is like smoke free at this point, and we still have X amount of people dying every year, and then their eyes finally open. I want people to realize, like, nobody needs to try and attack any other, and I don't see this on Twitter or anything, but I just want to bring up, like, not every single consumer has to advocate. If you want to advocate and you can advocate and you don't have anxiety or whatever, if you have interest in advocating, then yeah, we will take as many people as possible.
Yeah, I would highly encourage it to everybody out there. If you
sure.
vape, please join the conversation, join the fight. Like, that's Absolutely, we should be asking people to do so, but I just, I agree with Wayne in the sense that it can be a lot. It can just be.
It can be a lot, and
It's
it's
extremely overwhelming. There are days that I literally just want to bang my head against a wall. Like,
yeah,
like I totally get it. I absolutely understand.
yeah.
But I'm somebody who's just, I just strapped in. I'm just here for the long run, man.
Yeah, strap in, and it's going to be
so
long.
I hope you guys get used to me. I'll be here for a while.
Oh, we're used to you, buddy.
Some people are not.
Those are the people that usually block you on Twitter, right?
Yeah, I haven't been getting a lot I
haven't been.
And I think I'm one of the only people I know, and I don't know how I've managed to do it, is to not get like suspended from Twitter.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I've flat out been like, Jerome Adams is a murderer, and they still haven't I haven't been suspended. So
I'm waiting for another hug offer. Do you think he's willing to give out any more hugs?
Dude, he offered me a hug. One of these days, I'm gonna meet him, and I'm just gonna have a printout of his tweet, and I'm gonna be like,
just hold it up, he's not willing to talk about anything else, but he's offering hugs. He isn't, hey. Yeah, Kasa is huge. Yeah, if you don't know about Kasa, you're not part of Kasa and all
and
that.
if you want to hear from Alex Clark and hear his smoking story and hear all about Kasa, you can check it out on the Rise and Vape podcast. Available on SoundCloud and iTunes.
I'm gonna link that real quick. That quick little plug going
Check
on.
out the hoodie.
The hoodie. Oh, another plug.
There's
Logan,
the hoodie. Rise and Vape. Oh wait.
Slow down, Logan. Nice. Look at that, huh? Oops. Let's see here.
So there you go. Check it out on Teespring.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna plug. Help me feed my family. I'll just plug all my merch.
I want to plug that real quick for there. If you want to check out Logan's podcast with Mr.
Please
Alex
do
Clark.
follow.
Check that out. If you're not already on SoundCloud and following the Rise and Vape, it's the best way to start your Monday. Flat out. Just gonna say that.
We have our weekly episodes go up. They usually go up Sunday nights, so they're available Monday.
Yeah.
And I'm doing interviews now. Angela Garrity, you want to do an interview?
There you go.
I just put her on the spot right in the middle of our show.
Right in the middle. Hey, you want to do an interview?
So we have a spotlight that I can just shine on her.
Hold me closer. Hold me closer. Oh, I can't do it. I'm sorry, Angel. I tried. I can't do it.
If somebody could just follow me up when I meet Jerome Adams with like a boombox, like an old school boombox.
Hold it up, and you can.
And I'm just gonna slowly approach him, all like puppy dog eyed, pointing at my little sign.
That is absolutely awesome. That just made my night, Angela. You made my night. Logan's night will be made if you agree to an interview. So, yeah. What did you think about I guess it's kind of old news. What did you think about Grim Green on In Focus? Did we talk about that last week? We did. I think we did.
I think we talked about it last week.
Man, wow, what a flew by so quick.
Dude, I'm telling you, like Thursday hit, and I was like, holy fuck, it's Thursday.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, this week flew by.
Okay, I guess we can't talk about that. We talked about that last week. I still think he did great. I know we said it last week, but he did awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to him over at the Vapor Expo UK. I saw him post up a picture that looked like a little bus stop with an overhang, and it said, what did it say? Was it on Instagram or Twitter? I think it said like rain shelter / vaping shelter or something like that. And I think he said like, meanwhile in the UK, and it's just, I believe in the UK. The UK, I truly believe by 2030, they could be totally different over there compared to over here,
as far as their
that goes.
Tobacco harm reduction and vaping and things like that go in the UK. Absolutely, but the UK has a whole different world of problems than what we have. The UK is not some magical paradise where nothing is wrong. They have a whole world of problems. But as far as vaping goes, the UK is doing phenomenal.
Yeah. So
is Arizona.
Arizona's.
I keep telling Jason that Arizona is just going to be the Zion. They're going to be the last one standing. It's just going to be vape capital USA.
Hey, calm down.
Arizona.
New Hampshire's doing all right.
Yeah, New Hampshire's doing pretty good too.
Doing all
you guys are doing all right.
They're doing all right. I don't know how long it'll last. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood.
Oh, Angela, awesome. I will DM you soon. I'll DM you soon.
When do I get an interview?
Matt, I do a live show with you every single week. We'll get you on. We'll get you on the podcast.
I'm hurting, Logan. I'm hurt, buddy. So yeah, I'll drop the next link that we got. Everything's a lot of these links are from Vaping. Angela Garrity, another article here.
Angela Garrity getting all the love tonight.
Every week. It's my go-to. Yeah, so this is
Would you go as far as to say that Angela Garrity may or may not be your spirit animal?
oh, of course. Is that even a question?
I feel like I have a spirit zoo at this point.
You do, yeah. I mean,
You know, people like Angela Garrity, Alex Clark, Greg Connolly, like
hashtag Shane's my hero.
hashtag Shane is my hero, dude.
Shane is my hero. If he's still here, Shane, you're our hero.
I love Shane Oakley so much, dude. He's just one of the just like softest spoken, kind-hearted, just fantastic human beings that I know.
Shane needs some more recognition. I think if you're here, go check out Shane Oakley.
I need like my own Shane bot
You
that
need a
I can
Shane
just
bot.
have to like hang out with and like just chill and like watch TV with. That's what I need.
What's in that bubbly?
Just flavoring and carbonated water. This is complete sobriety here,
What
man.
is going on in that bubbly, buddy? They're not telling you.
This is just sobriety here, man.
So, yeah, that link. Trump expected to nominate Han as FDA
Yeah,
commissioner.
I actually we talked about this. Gosh, I believe it was on a podcast a little while back.
Yeah. So Han is
maybe a month ago.
A month ago, you think so?
I think I talked about this about a month ago.
So I guess it's expected as soon as next week. Han is a radiation oncologist and chief medical executive at MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston, in good old Texas.
Which is one of those things that I don't know what Anderson Cancer Center's or what Han's view on vaping is, but typically we tend to see better, more pro vaping approaches come from cancer centers than we do from like say the body part administrations, like your lung administration, your heart administration or association, I should say. But typically cancer research centers tend to be more pro vaping from again from a cancer standpoint. Vaping has like a 1% of the risk of cancer that traditional cigarettes do. So
and I guess
it's interesting. I'll be so glad to see Ned gone. Peace out, Ned. Bye, Ned.
I'm surprised
Nice having you.
I'm surprised that Trump isn't nominating Ned. Maybe it's because I'm misinformed. I'm just surprised that.
No, Ned
shocked.
and the Trump administration have not gotten along very well. The Gottlieb and the Trump administration didn't get along very well. So I don't know. I don't know enough about Dr. Hahn and his background and his stances and views to really speak much to it. But just going from kind of a general like cancer research centers tend to be a little more pro vaping. I'm hoping that this guy maybe comes in with a little bit more sense about things.
Yeah, I hear you.
Again, I can't really speak to it a ton, guys. I wish I could. That's about the best I got for you right now. But hopefully, I'm hopeful.
Not much of a crack going on there. It's a little Coke cinnamon. Trying to finish off this Coke cinnamon that I got here.
Are they good? Are they good?
Yeah, I'd say they're pretty good. I can tell you they mix very well with Fireball.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we were talking about this last week. I saw the Coke Cinnamons at Walmart.
Yeah, talking about, I think Shane mentioned earlier what he was into as far as drinking earlier on. I used to be very big into Fireball. Fireball was, I don't know, I want to say, and it's funny, and I talked to so many people that have had like a bad experience with Fireball or they just don't like it because the burning, but like Fireball just, it gets me. Fireball gets me, man. Yeah. Like, I don't know, Fireball, I could just, like, I used to drink just Fireball, like, just with ice. Just whatever. Fireball, and that was fine.
Angela Garrity, thank you. You guys know about as much as I do about him at this point, yeah. Which is basically zero. But, it's just one of those things where, again, I feel like a lot of times we just see more pro-vaping stuff than negative stuff come from cancer research as opposed to, again, the lung association, the heart association, which are just anti-everything. Everything under the sun.
I'm definitely like wicked interested to find out. The last little bit of the article says that it requires.
Actually, I think they do. I mean, obviously those places you know, stand with NRTs, FDA approved NRTs. But everything, you know, vaping wise, most of the body part associations, it's a no-go.
I mean, there's been so much going on. Do you know where Texas is at as a whole at the moment?
I have no idea.
I don't, and like I just seeing Texas.
I know I've seen some Texas stuff mentioned, like flavor ban, like county stuff maybe.
I haven't talked to Texas Cloud Town in a while, and Shane, if you're still here, I apologize. I haven't watched a weekday or a weekend wisdom. I
like the cranberry sprites. Have you ever had the blackberry ginger ale?
I don't.
That stuff is so good. Anyways, Angela, what's Texas like right now?
We're doing our show. We're doing this show. We're supposed to be like informing people. We're asking her.
Absolutely. I mean, you're reading every Vape On magazine anyway. So. Angela, come on, join us. Join the Zoom room, and we'll get you on here and
we
let
should
everybody
just
know
add
how
it.
Texas is going.
Yeah, Texas is doing okay. Well, that's good.
Texas is doing okay. Good
okay is better than you know.
It's better than like Texas is on fire. We've all left the state.
As far as the spicy cranberry, I haven't tried spicy cranberry. At our Londonderry location here in New Hampshire, we're doing 20-ounce cinnamon Coke. I know in Connecticut they're doing 12-ounce in the can cinnamon Coke, and I think they're also doing the holiday Sprite cranberry. Yep. We do a lot of like bigger flavors, like way more popular flavors, and then a lot of other production plants do kind of like the smaller holiday runs and such.
You guys just do regular Coke there too, right?
Yeah, we just do all the big stuff: regular Coke, Diet Coke, Cherry Coke, Sprite, all the really big stuff. Like we rarely do Mellow Yellow. Mellow Yellow is like a down south thing. Like Mellow Yellow,
I love Mellow Yellow. Or at least back when I drank like soda.
Like unless they put it off to another plant. Like literally since I've been there, and I've been there almost 2 years, like we have not done a Mellow Yellow run.
That's exactly what I was thinking of, Angela. Was Burke Burnett. Good. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Oh, well, not knowing anything about San Antonio flavor ban might not be good, but
yeah.
Thank you, Angela. Love you, Angela.
Thank you. Yeah.
Ooh, Angela. I know, I'm just going to have Angela dominate the show. It is officially becoming like hot coffee season for me. So I'm going to chat with you about some of that Death Wish. I got to hop on that bandwagon. I got to see what's going on. I've yet to drink Death Wish coffee, and Angela loves Death Wish coffee. We'll chat soon. Yeah. Maybe we'll just
coffee.
Maybe that's what we'll talk about the whole podcast. I'll get you on and I'll lure everybody in, and I'll be like, vaping with Angela Garrity, and then we just talk about coffee.
And that's just a coffee cast.
That's just coffee. Yeah. The only vaping discussion involved is just the sounds of us vaping through it.
So, of course, I have one more link from Vaping, but before that, I kind of just want to take a little segue, talk with the chat. We got Halloween coming up. This is the last Saturday of the month. Usually we always snag the last Saturday off, but
we took a Saturday off in the middle of this.
We did, and we made up for it on Monday.
We did. Everybody's getting extra this month. Extra Matt. You can't have enough Matt.
I can't have enough of this guy right here. I'm just
No, see, too much of me, and you just end up in the beard hair.
You think I could grow one?
I think you could grow one.
All I get is the chin strap and the pedophile mustache.
Oh, that's not.
I don't get,
It's not.
Maybe I need some Death Wish.
It becomes
coffee.
the porn stash once you embrace it.
Once I embrace it.
But if you feel bad and awkward about it, then it's not a good look.
Caffeine and nicotine. Maybe I need some black Death Wish coffee. I think if I find the right coffee and just slap a little bit on my face, I'll wake up the next morning like Logan. What do you think?
I feel you there, Angela. Caffeine and nicotine are definitely the two substances that I use the most of.
Yeah, I gotta have a coffee.
I gotta have it. My girlfriend knows. Like, don't even bother trying to communicate to me until I've had caffeine in the morning.
Wow.
Don't even bother. It's just not.
That's all right. My girlfriend calls me a grouch. I'm a big grouch until about
Oh, dude, I'm the
noon.
worst grouch in the morning. I just hate waking up.
So, Halloween.
Yeah.
Let's talk Halloween, buddy. Have you decorated like the outside of your house?
A little bit. We put up some like Halloween caution tape and like a
Mm.
spider web outside. We just carved pumpkins tonight. We just carved jack-o'-lanterns tonight.
Awesome.
Me and Becky and the girls carved
Nice.
jack-o'-lanterns. So
Did you just freehand or did you do some kind of like tracing?
they kind of drew.
and-
They kind of drew
and
what
then
they
cut out?
wanted, and then we
Nice.
cut, as close to that as we could
Yeah,
get. And,
nice.
and so we did that. That's really cool and fun. And we'll put those out on the front porch here soon, and then we'll go trick or treating
Nice.
with the kids this year. And then I think we're gonna come back a little bit early because now that we're in the middle of town on the corner, we can have trick or treaters. So I think we're gonna go trick or treating, and the kids want to come back and
And
actually
give
hand
out
out
some
candy this
candy.
year.
Yeah, nice.
So,
That was actually going to be my next question. Was like, is your house in a location where you can expect like trick
oh,
or treaters?
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, nice. Now, are you and Becky gonna dress up when you go out trick or treating with your kids?
Yeah,
or-
I'm gonna go as grumpy old man, which is usually what I do every year.
Nice.
I've been working really hard over the years on developing that character.
I see you have your mask on already. That's
I do.
good.
I have, and I'm actually in character right now.
It's-
I came to this show in character.
It's working. It's
Yeah,
It's great. And what is Becky? What is Becky going as?
the wife.
The wife. So
I don't know. Beck might go as something. I don't know.
she's gonna be the better
I don't
half.
think she's
the
decided
better
on-
half. Is that all right to say? She's the better half.
Yes, she is the better half.
better half.
Absolutely.
Okay.
She's like the better everything. You guys are mostly just stuck
Wow.
with me, and I'm so sorry.
Hashtag Becky is my hero.
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Well, that's cool. I'm not going trick or treating. I'm a little too tall. I started getting denied when I think I was like 12. A little quick moment. Yeah, I no kids here. No kids for me, so no trick or treating.
No, and
No.
you guys you have like a basement apartment or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
So like you're
we're-
not in a place where you could really even.
Yeah, so we're in like what was an older mill building that got re-renovated into lofts. And we got an email from the office that if we wanted to like give out candy and that sort of thing, they'd put a little orange sticker on our door, and any kids who want to do trick or treating throughout the building would can go to the doors that have orange stickers and do that.
Oh.
Um,
Well, I'm sure. I mean, you guys probably could if you wanted to. And
yeah,
Bryce, I can't imagine you'd get a ton of kids. You get one bag of candy and
trick or treat. Halloween's
any
what,
leftovers
Thursday?
are yours, man. The best part about being a parent, like Halloween kind of loses its magic somewhere in the middle. Like once you become a teenager, somewhere in there, Halloween kind of loses its magic, I guess until you get a little older. But now the thing that I look forward to, besides obviously, seeing my kids dress up and go have fun and enjoy the holiday, is the parent tax.
Parent tax.
The parent tax,
Now, what is that?
That's
Is that just what you like, or is that like 30% of the income of candy? Or
No. I typically take the stuff that I know my kids won't like, Plus, again, I'm the grumpy old man, so when people hand out like bit of honey and stuff like that, I'm all over that.
Now, like when I was a kid, when I went trick or treating, I'm still a kid. I'm a kid to you, Logan. I know you call me kid all the time.
Yeah,
I'm still
kid.
a kid. I'm the kid.
It's not even your age. It's just the fact that you look like
kid.
like a freshman in high school.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So when
You're beautiful, Matt. You're beautiful.
This is a big, man, I'm sorry I'm not getting red or more red. I'm being so. You're flattering me. I'm getting flustered here. I need to. Where's the alcohol?
I've got Matt all hot and bothered
Oh
now.
man, I gotta take off this sweater. When I was a kid, when I was a kid, I used to. I lived when my grandmother passed away. We moved into her house, and we were on like a very, like congested street, I guess I'd say. Like I could sailor dive out of my upstairs window and completely land into somebody else's house and just, hey, what's up? So, houses were like, 5 feet apart, 10 feet apart. And we'd go trick-or-treating down, 3 or 4 streets that were very congested. But then we'd go to the rich neighborhoods.
Where you get the full-size candy bars?
Full-size candy bars, dude. We would
That's
go
how
to
you do
the
it.
rich, and at the time...
that's when you know you've made it. That's how you judge whether you've made it in your life or not, as to whether or not you can afford to do full-size candy bars for Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we used to go, and I lived in Mass at the time. At the time I lived in Lowell, Mass, and we would start going to areas like Chelmsford, Drake it, and then we go over to like North Reading and Billerica, where if you're getting king size, you've hit the jackpot. You're in the rich neighborhoods.
Yeah, you're in that old money neighborhood of town.
Yeah, and then you'd always
like old Italian money. Like in this town,
yeah.
dude, in the town that we live in New York, it's just old Italian money in this town. It's just there. You go into some of these neighborhoods, like I recently just did a job where I had to go repair a guy's personal fence around his fence around his personal tennis court. It's just that kind of old Italian.
That almost doesn't sound good.
Money,
like,
basically.
What's an old Italian giving out on Halloween? Like cigars and switchblades, or?
Yeah, probably.
Or maybe not mafia. Maybe not talking mob.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a knock. The mob is coming to my door right now. They scan YouTube for any mention of anything.
Here's a switchblade. Don't run with it. But yeah, growing up.
Yeah, you Logan X Sales. I saw you on YouTube.
Here's a bowl of spaghetti.
Here's a bowl of spaghetti.
But yeah,
and a knife in your jugular.
I hope I don't look like it.
That was my best Italian impersonation. I'm sorry to anybody who's Italian out there. I probably just disgraced your whole country. I'm sorry.
Miss Elizabeth, Miss Kep in the chat saying she's hoping she doesn't look like a cougar walking next to me. Yeah, she's got a year on me. She's got a year and a few months.
Ooh,
Babyface Matt.
Damn.
Now, when you were trick-or-treating when you were younger, obviously,
sorry, Elizabeth, but your boyfriend legitimately looks like he's 14, and he will probably look like he's 14 until he's probably 40.
Wow. So, coming from the
guy,
you
just have to get used to.
Coming from the guy that's already 40.
20 years from now, they're going to be like, oh, is this your little brother? And you're going to be like, no, it's my husband. And then eventually Matt will get dragged in by like a scientific, test group or whatever, and they'll drain his blood, and they'll create some kind of elixir in the fountain of youth.
Winding me up. I'm ready to fucking start ripping out the old man jokes. Fucking wound me right up, buddy. So anyway, Grandpa Logan, back in your day when you trick or treat, do you ever go to one of those houses that they would have left a bowl out, but by the time you got there, it was just completely empty? The humbugs that wouldn't do
back
Halloween.
Back in my day.
Yeah, what'd they give
back
out?
in my day.
Candy apples.
Come sit down with Grandpa Logan.
Here we go. Let's fucking
story time. Back in my day. No, back in my day, man, it was the same thing as your day. We're like 5 years apart. I miss trick or treating as a kid. The one thing that I don't miss is up here in New York, we used to get, at least when I was younger, we would get snow earlier on in the year. We would get a lot of snow in like October, and I remember a few years being a kid where it was just like all I could wear was like my mask.
Put on the ski pants and
that was it. It was like snow outfit, and you got to wear the mask. Like you spent $40 on this whole outfit, and all you got to wear was the mask.
They can't see it. It's just
so my kids are very fortunate. We live in the era of climate change and global warming because their Halloweens are better.
The thing that used to creep me out, yeah. When I used to trick or treat, right before people would start questioning how old I was, because I'm a little over 6 foot, and I've been like 6 foot since I was like 12. Anyway,
I'm 6 foot, and on a good day in the right pair of boots.
Yeah, standing on a couple of milk crates.
Yeah.
There used to be people that would go around with the anonymous masks, and like purge like masks, like before the movies came out or right around when the movies came out. And like it used to scare the shit out of me when I used to see somebody like, you ever see the guy walking down the street on stilts, like one of those guys walking with a bunch of trick or treaters, but he was on stilts, so he's like whatever, like 12 feet tall, 10 feet tall, and I was used to be like, holy shit, like I'm not that huge into holidays, but like I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? Like, why don't you just
Halloween, man?
Somebody just run up and swipe a leg out from underneath him.
I've always liked Halloween. I don't know, it's just a fun time of year, especially when you're a kid. I think Halloween is lost on like those teenage, early 20 years.
Yeah.
But then, later in life, once you have kids, Halloween kind of becomes fun again.
Yeah, Halloween is different now for these kids. They don't want candy. They'll go up to doors and be like, "This is my Cash App. Can you Cash App me? $5."
Yeah.
We don't want candy. Like, do you have a Venmo?
Snickers? Where's my new iPhone?
They go to
Kids these days
they
are
go to the
spoiled.
rich neighborhoods. They're like, you're not giving out Apple Watches. Well, what the hell did I come up here for?
No, I hope Halloween never goes like changes in that sense. You know, I hope Halloween is just kind of one of those holidays that will always just be like costumes and candy, like, and it'll just never change. That's my hope.
Pumpkin smashing and toilet paper and trees.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
I used to love Halloween. Halloween was a good time. It's better if you
Yeah,
if you had a bike, or maybe you were one of those rich kids. Your parents would just drive you door to door. You don't even get the fun of walking around.
So I can remember years ago, I never got anything like that. We walked, we huffed it. You know, you want to go get candy, your feet are gonna move and
Yeah,
burn
and
it.
if you were good, you'd go home and drop your candy off and go back out and get more.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially if you could still fit into last year's costume and you could switch, so then you could go to the same houses and hopefully nobody would recognize you. But I can remember being we'll say 16 or so. I was living at my dad's house. My dad really didn't live there though. It was basically just me and all my friends. We had like 6 of my friends lived in this house with me. And we would get dressed up for Halloween because we would get a bunch of trick-or-treaters. So me and my friends, we'd get covered in like fake blood that we made and like dress up like zombies. And it scared the kids. But I'll tell you the one time that they actually scared me. My house is up on a hill.
Okay.
And we could hear this like ATV coming up the road. So this ATV pulls up out front, and out of this like wagon on the back, bro, like 20 kids get up out of this thing and they like climb up out and they're like charging my house, dude. It was like something, dude. It was something out of a movie, man. You know, all these little people in costumes. It's just like I watched it in slow motion and I was just like, no.
Dude, I love the families, even if like the people didn't have kids or their kids were out. I love a house that like really does it up. Like I'm talking the fog, I'm talking, the spider webs, the eerie
they do the whole like
music.
cemetery and
the cemetery, and then you walk up the stairs up on their porch, and there's a guy sitting there in the chair, like whatever he's dressed up as.
We have a place up here. There's this guy right out here every year, and he's like well known far and wide around here for doing Christmas decorations. And he has this huge field, and this guy probably puts up somewhere in the realm of like $30,000 worth of Christmas decorations.
I'd hate to see the electric bill.
And there's that guy is selling it. They're selling that house, but he's been doing it for years, and it's. Their son is a famous motocross racer.
Oh, that electric bill got to him. He has to sell the house. The Christmas lights too expensive.
It's really cool though. It's a great time, but I guess they're selling the house. But yeah, I would love to see somebody do something like that, but for Halloween.
Yeah.
Some people go all out. Like, I know some people that turn their barns or garages or something like that into like little haunted houses for kids and stuff. So it's a fun time. I wish we had something like that to do that with, because I would totally do that. I used to love haunted houses. You ever go to any good haunted houses, Matt?
Not like a haunted house to speak of, but like down in is it in New Hampshire or is it Massachusetts? I don't know if my girlfriend is still watching. She could probably correct me if I'm wrong, but it's called Witch's Woods, and it's a combination of like a few different like haunted house types, and then there's a haunted hayride and a corn maze, and there's a bunch of eerie people like walking around and stuff like that. And I used to do that, but I have a hatred of clowns. I hate clowns.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a clown guy.
I'm not really a big clown guy. I talked about this actually. Me and Becky just talked about this on our Judges, Bands, and Spooky Things Oh My episode. Yeah, I saw the original It way too young.
Yeah, I tried watching.
It's not so bad now.
I tried watching the original It, and I was like, dude, this is just. I don't know. Speaking of like older movies, I was like, I just can't watch it. Like how far like movies have come. Like I just feel like
you're so spoiled.
I'm so spoiled with such good like CGI and green screens and all this. Like what the hell is this old?
See, I have a really big appreciation for like old black and white like B-side horror movies. Just because so much, there was no CGI. Like all the special effects were all done by hand, and when you really get into like old school special effects, especially in horror movies, there's a lot that goes into that, like camera angles and distances, and just like the way that they had to do things, the creativity that they had to to put out there in order to make that stuff work and look good on the screen wasn't as easy as just like, CGI. We're not saying that CGI is easy, but they
That-
definitely had to be way more creative back then.
That's actually pretty scary, Angel. I'd be pretty freaked out.
Oh, cool.
when we first moved in here, my girlfriend was nervous. She's like, "Babe, this was a mill building." She's like, "People died in mills." I was like, "Yeah, that's all right.
It's fine.
Walk down the hallway fast. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just run with your eyes closed." What was that movie? What the hell was that movie called? Like where they were just quiet the whole time? I don't know, or not quiet.
You talking
They had
about
their eyes
Quiet
closed.
Place?
Quiet Place.
Oh
yeah.
no,
No, not Quiet Place. The other one. What is it, like Bird Box? Was it Bird Box?
Bird Box. Box. Yeah. A Quiet Place was really good too.
Oh, Vapor Swaggins. What's up, dude? Puppets, dude. Seriously, clowns
Yeah.
and puppets. Like you were saying in your podcast, like The Boy, like shit like
yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah, not so much like but like dolls, specifically
Ah.
like China dolls. Those can kind of freak me out.
oh, dude, puppets. That just.
I mean, I've
it
gotten
freaks me out
over it
just thinking
since
about
then, since I
puppets,
was
man.
younger. Yeah,
Yeah,
or like the
puppets are-
ventriloquist dolls.
Yeah, puppets
Remember like
are some,
Goosebumps? Do you remember Goosebumps?
Oh man,
Yeah.
puppets
Ugh.
freaks me out,
Buh-buh.
dude. Puppets. Oh man, creepy ass puppets. Not even like ventriloquist, like funny shit. Like just creepy ass puppets. Like
Just creepy
and,
fucking
and,
puppets.
and dolls. And let's start talking about like Annabelle and shit. Like that's a whole nother.
Yeah,
level
like I was
of,
talking about.
You know,
I
say
think you-
that word.
I think you listened to that episode that we did, Matt.
I've been to the same funeral a few times in my life, and in this funeral up around, they have like those high shelves that go around, the whole border.
Yeah,
of the room, and it's just
I heard
lined, dude. It's just lined with like these old Princess China dolls,
It's
and I'm like, really?
fucking weird.
In a funeral home?
Can you make
It's
it
kind
any
of
more
freaky,
creepy?
man.
Yeah.
It's kind of freaky.
So many eyes on you. They're watching you. And turn around and one's on the ground, dude. Oh man. Halloween and spooky things.
Yeah, everybody just be safe out there, as always, just be safe on Halloween.
Dead Silence, a good puppet movie. Have I seen Dead Silence?
I believe I've seen Dead Silence.
I don't know if I've seen Dead Silence. I have a Chucky and a Tiffany doll in this room right now. That's awesome. Good old Chucky. I hate the
Child's
remakes.
Play.
Dude, Child's Play.
They're
Yeah,
remaking, and I don't know when it comes out or when
Is
it
it
comes
already
out.
out?
Or,
Did it
it
come
might
out?
already be out, but Mark Hamill did the voice of Chucky. He's doing the voice of Chucky, the new Chucky. Yeah.
I honestly like. Besides, I like.
And if
a
you
lot
don't
of
know who
the-
Mark Hamill is, we can't be friends.
Technical difficulty.
Oh, Matt,
Can you give
Come
me? Just
on.
give me.
Mark
Just-
Hamill.
What else was he in? I'm sorry. I'm half
He's
your
Luke
age.
Skywalker, bro.
Oh God, here we go. Now you're really gonna hate me. I didn't watch Star Wars, dude.
Turn it off. Shut it down. Turn it off. Turn it off.
We've gone an hour. That's it. It's over. Oh man, I'm sorry. That's my homework for the weekend. Watch all the Star Wars movies. It's been a while.
you can skip
man.
the first 3. You can skip episodes
Oh
1 through 3.
come on, you gotta. Even if it's a filler, you gotta see it.
No, they're terrible movies. Just start with 4 and then continue on.
Hello to hello. I just said hello to hello. Hello. Everybody that's jumping on the live
Hello.
stream right now.
Hello.
Hello. That sounds like
Hello.
hello. Yeah, Stooge Crew Invasion. Holy crap, what is going on?
Stooge Crew Invasion. What's up,
Oops.
Stooges?
Oh, over end stream, yeah. Oh man, overdrip hitting on me hard. I'm sorry. Oh man.
I'm telling you, right?
Oh man.
Matt, you just lost massive credibility.
I know.
points here.
Oh god, dude. Everybody hates
Back when
me
you were
now.
like, nah, bro, all that stuff's for the nerds. I'm not gonna watch all that. Now it's coming back to haunt you, man. Revenge of the nerds.
Should I just like click out, but like make it so like you can just keep talking? They can all just hang here for you. I can just like go
Yeah,
black
you guys
screen.
can hang out with me. That's fine. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man, Shane, come on. Well, you're not my hero anymore, man. He doesn't even care. He's like, you don't know who Mark Hamill is? Are
You
you
don't know
kidding?
who Mark Hamill is, bro. But yeah, either way, Luke Skywalker will be the new Chucky, which I just think is really cool.
Oh, cut the cheese, vapor.
I mean, Mark Hamill has done
Oh.
other things other than just Star Wars too. But
I guess I don't know the way. I'm sorry, Logan.
you don't know the way.
I don't know the way. Oh man. Speaking of spooky things, Halloween and such, have you had a spiritual encounter?
In my life, no.
Yeah. No? Do you believe?
No.
You don't?
No. I believe. Yeah, I'm not gonna get too philosophical or whatever.
You don't have
today.
to. No, you don't have to.
But I don't believe in ghosts. I believe in energy. I believe in the cycling of energy through the universe, through the cosmos, and I believe that when we die, our energy dissipates and gives to everything else.
Good old Jay.
The kinetic energy that is literally you moving your body right now could have been the energy of someone in the past. Energy and matter are never created nor destroyed. They're just simply recycled.
I believe, and I think I say I believe in like spirits and such, just so something doesn't come and haunt me.
I believe.
I believe. Don't hurt me. I believe in you. You're there.
I get it. You're there.
Yeah,
No,
you can shut my closet door now.
Belief, and if you believe in ghosts, whatever, that's totally cool, man.
Hey,
We're all entitled to believe whatever we want.
do I get some points back for knowing who Eddie Murphy is?
No. No, because if you didn't know who Eddie Murphy was, this is totally done. This is completely done.
Man.
You need to remove yourself from YouTube.
Oh man, Eddie Murphy.
There is not enough cowbell over drip. We need more cowbell.
Yeah, I say.
I agree.
Send in the clowns. Oh no, please don't. I hate clowns, man. I'm one of those guys that like. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go to a haunted house because I'll be on one of those, news stories or whatever, like, oh, man has a heart attack in haunted house. One of those ones that are like so scary. They're like, watch out, you might have a heart attack here. And next thing you know, I'm on the news the next day because I had a heart attack because a guy with a chainsaw without a chain was chasing me and I fucking died.
I've been chased by the chainless chainsaw man.
You have the chainless,
Yeah.
the chainless chainsaw man. You thought it was so real as a kid. You're like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I'm Matt sleeping with the lights on. Yeah, I am. All the lights on. And my eyes taped open. Oh man.
Good shit. Well, it is about 9.
It is, and we're
It is
about
about
at that. We're a little over that hour mark. Huge thank you to everybody that came out and jumped in the chat talking about everything that Matt doesn't know. Thanks. Probably a little.
And thank you to Angela Garrity.
Yeah, huge thank you to Angela Garrity
for providing
of
most of our talking points every week.
Yeah, she does every week, because it's the best source for talking points.
Absolutely.
For information. So I guess it's shameless plug time. I know you did it at the beginning, but once again, thank everybody for coming out. You can check Logan out on.
You can check me out on SoundCloud and on iTunes. Search for Rise and Vape. Follow our podcast, subscribe, like, rate, all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram, Logan_exhales. Check out our store on Teespring.
Yeah. And if you're not in the Discord,
Buy some hoodies.
If you're not in
and
the
join
Discord,
the Discord.
Yeah, check
join
out
the
Discord.
Join the Rise and Vape Discord. We're like just under 90 members right now, so I'm excited for when we hit 100.
And we're awesome.
Yeah,
we're awesome.
Fucking awesome place, man. Great
so
place
what do you got? What do you got coming up this week? I know you just had an interview with Alex Clark drop on SoundCloud. I linked that.
Yeah,
earlier.
Yeah, it was a good, great conversation with Alex Clark. I have a mountain of respect for the guy. I have an interview coming up this week. We're doing our podcast on Sunday that we record, so that'll be up on Monday. That's it, man.
I'm gonna drop that link again if you guys want to check out that podcast with
Lethal Coils. I unfortunately will not be able to make it to DC. My little one turns 7 the day before the rally, and I'm all the way up in New York.
I know I should go. I'm not going to be able to make it, but
there's no way that I would be able to make it from up here with all the stuff that we have going on and the plans that we have and everything, which we had long had planned prior to UVA dropping the official date. And I was just like, oh, like if it was just one weekend later, yes, I would have been in DC. But there's no way. I can't make it from all the way up here down to DC.
Absolutely horrible excuse, and I apologize, but my birthday is the 7th, and to be honest, I won't be going, and I'm probably going to be partying up my birthday over the weekend since, hashtag second shift life.
Yeah.
The big 23.
But yeah, I know I've already donated though, so to anybody out there like us that can't go, please donate. because the UVA is helping people get down there, helping with hotel costs, helping with travel costs, things like that. Reach out to them, and to anybody not going, please give what you can, so we can help people get down there. I've been donating, and right now, like, I've been donating to that, and all of our patronage on the Rise and Vape show is still going to CASA. So anybody out there who might be on the fence about giving to CASA, maybe check out our Patreon, because you get some few more extra cool little things along the way, and your money is going to CASA that way. So donations are, if you can't go to something, if you can't attend something, if you can't be there, donations are a huge help. Talking to Alex about everything that they do and where that money goes and stuff like that. Again, if you're on the fence about giving because you want to know more about where the money goes, check out my podcast with Alex Clark, because he really lays down how much those donations help and what their budget situation is like, and where that money goes. So check that out. If you can't attend something, if you can't make something, but you can financially support it, even if it's just like $5 or $10, that's a big help.
Yeah, it helps. It all helps. Yeah. So that's
Thanks,
about
Angela.
it. Check us out. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I know Logan's focuses a lot on Twitter and SoundCloud, of course. You can check us out on all of those. I want to thank everybody for coming out. A little surge of people at the end. Shout out to all you guys.
The Stooges.
The Stooges came out. Big shout out to all you guys. Thank you again, Angela. Really appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Smash that like button if you'd be ever so kind. And we're here.
Like that smash button.
Like that smash button. Pet it gently. Don't smash it. Just whatever.
Caress it.
Caress it. Yeah, that's
And
the
then
word I was
punch
looking
it.
for. And then punch it. Don't punch your computer, though. That's a big...
Unless it's a touch screen.
Unless it's a touch screen.
Then you have to
punch it.
physically punch the like
you have
button.
to. You just have to. But
And then replace your screen protector.
yeah, there you go. Hey, big shout out to everybody. Thank you all. We're here every Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I guess Logan already did that thing, so I'm just gonna end it. Thanks again for everybody coming out.
Are we going to do the thing?
well-
Are we going to do the thing that every vape show since the history of time has done? Are we going to do the thing?
A little cheers. Little cheers. Okay.
Oh,
A little cheers like that on the good old samurai.